People development and environment is the topic that you have been studying right from the childhood. So but the point is that competitive exam could not go as easy as your childhood topics. So they keep on adding some current topics as well. That is, you need a current awareness of what is going around in the world regarding the environment, or also for the development of the human beings. Hi everyone, I'm Megha and welcome to UGC Net with Megha. In this video, we are going to summarize the unit People, Development and Environment. But here we are only going to cover the static part, that is the part from where basic questions are generally asked, and there is no change in this part. Another part of this video series would include all the GK related or the general awareness related questions. Also, the static part has a few questions which are based on your general awareness as well. But then those questions are the ones which you can answer with your common sense as well. So nothing extra is required to be prepared in particularly with regards to the static part. So the first thing that we are going to understand here is that what are anthropogenic activities. So at times you are given definition, a twisted definition, and you are asked whether it would constitute to anthropogenic activity or not, or you might be given an example and you might be asked whether it constitutes to anthropogenic activity or not. What exactly is meant by anthropogenic activities? Anthropogenic activities are the activities by human in regards to the environment. That is the interaction of the human with the environment, or the various activities which cause some or the other harm to the environment are known as anthropogenic activities. The next thing that you need to know is that in how many ways do the human interact with the environment. So there are particularly 3 ways in which the human interact with the environment. First, the humans have their dependency on environment for basic needs or necessities like food, water, gas, that is the oxygen to breathe, and carbon dioxide to carry out various other human activities. Then trying to modify the environment, and that can be done positively as well as negatively. So it means that they change the environment to suit themselves, and the change can be positive as well as negative. And lastly, using the environmental resources to fulfill their needs. So basically the humans exploit the environmental resources in order to earn a living. In some or the other manner, we all are exploiting some or the other environmental resource just to make a living. Next thing that you need to cover here under this static topic is the use of natural resources. That is for what all purposes the natural resources can be used. Then the concept of deforestation, and if any scheme is in practice or currently being popularized in regards to deforestation, then you must be aware about that particular scheme. Then energy resources, which includes all sorts of resources like solar, wind, thermal energy, etc. So any power plant which is in discussion, or any new development with regards to the solar, wind or hydel energy. So you need to know all that. Generally some part of it is static, wherein you are asked basic common sense questions regarding the energy resources or maybe deforestation or energy resources. You can be asked whether it is a conventional source or a non-conventional source of energy, and if there is anything which is flourishing in the news recently at the time or near the time of your examination, then they can frame up a question on that as well. Same is with water resources, like the Ganga cleaning project was quite popular a few years back. So that was a question in the exam as well, that they asked question regarding this Ganga cleaning project. Then lastly, other human impacts like overpopulation, pollutants, etc. So you might be given a question wherein 4 options are there, and you might be asked that whether among the following which is not a pollutant or which does not cause any harm to the environment, or it can be other way around, identify the pollutant amongst the following. So these are the static type of questions which are generally asked. Then overpopulation, and also at times census related data is also asked. So you must be aware about the latest census that are going around. Now coming next to the global warming. So the questions on global warming are from that portion only that you have already studied, the static one. But then there can be any particular topic, any recent development in regards to global warming. If scientists have said something about it, then that can be a question. Then another question could be any initiative taken to curb global warming, that can also be asked. Now coming to greenhouse gas effect, so what exactly is greenhouse gas effect can be asked. Also the gases which are involved in this greenhouse effect are asked, like we should know that greenhouse effect is caused by water vapor, carbon dioxide, chlorine, nitrogen dioxide, chlorofluorocarbons, and lastly ozone. So the greenhouse gases which affect the environment, you need to know which combination is known as the greenhouse gases. So it includes water vapor, carbon dioxide, methane, nitrogen dioxide, chlorofluorocarbons, and ozone combined together give rise to greenhouse effect, and these all gases together are called greenhouse gases. Ozone layer depletion is another area from where both static as well as current topics are asked in the exam. Static questions can be like the causes of the ozone layer depletion and how can we mitigate this problem. And next area is the current related issues. So currently we all know that because of the lockdown the entire world went through, there has been a recovery in the ozone layer, that is the hole has shrunken a bit, so as a result of which what are the environmental changes or what caused this reduction in the hole of ozone layer, all that can also be asked. Next is the air pollution and its causes. So you must be well aware about the causes of the air pollution, and this is something which we have done from the very childhood, so you can easily answer the questions. You need to know a few common diseases that are caused because of this air pollution. So generally these are the two types of questions that are asked, and also at times it is asked that the chemicals or the pollutants which result in air pollution, so you need to know a few common air pollutants as well. Coming to the noise pollution and causes, so you need to know the basic schemes that have been introduced by the government regarding the noise pollution and issues like you cannot honk in the areas where there is a school or a hospital, and in the same manner the loudspeakers are not allowed after 10:30 p.m. So these are the basic things that you need to know, and also you need to know the permissible decibel limit for a human ear. So these are the questions which are generally asked in case of noise pollution and its causes. So general causes must be known to you, and also the general diseases which occur because of this noise pollution must be well versed. Next area is the soil pollution. So now you need to know the causes of soil pollution, then what could be the effect of soil pollution, and also what type of diseases this soil pollution could result in. These are the common static questions which are asked from the soil pollution area, but soil pollution is very rarely asked. Coming to the thermal pollution, so thermal pollution is a hot topic if we talk about UGC net, because some or the other issue comes up because of this thermal pollution or the thermal energy usage. So you need to know about the causes of thermal pollution, the effects of thermal pollution, the diseases caused by the thermal pollution, and lastly how can we mitigate, or any of the initiatives which have been taken, or any thermal power project which is under limelight in the current affairs that you need to know. Coming to the radioactive pollution, the radioactive pollution is also the area from where now the questions are being asked, because radioactive pollution is also coming up on the surface and getting as popular as the other sources of pollution. Here you need to know the same thing, the causes, the effects, and the diseases, and also the steps to mitigate radioactive pollution. The next section from where the questions are generally asked is the water pollution, and this is the frequently asked topic in UGC net. The causes of water pollution, and then the diseases caused by water pollution, and also the effects of water pollution on aquatic life. Then oil spills, the questions regarding oil spills are also asked, and you also need to know if any current topic is into consideration regarding any of the water body. So that can be a current affair part that can be asked under this particular unit. Now the next section that we are going to understand is the different types of waste. So what exactly is meant by waste, and what all practices can be undertaken in order to reduce waste generation, what is the impact of waste generation on all the living beings and the environment as well, the different types of waste, and what are the sources of these waste, and what all diseases these waste can result into, or what all hazards the waste can cause. So you need to know that there are different types of waste like solid waste, e-waste, radioactive waste, plastic waste. So these are the 4 categories in which generally the waste is divided. Now all the 4 categories have different sources, so you need to know all the sources for these 4 categories as well as the diseases that these 4 categories of waste can cause. And also one more thing that you need to keep in mind here is that how to treat different types of waste, like household waste, what all methods can be there, and then what are the measures that can be taken to reduce waste. So these are the areas from where the questions are generally asked with regards to the waste. And also you need to know the 3 R's of the waste reduction, that is reduce, recycle, reuse. Questions from there can also be asked, and also if any initiative like Swachh Bharat Abhiyan of the government can be asked in exams. In the same manner, if any other initiative has been taken for reduction of waste, then you need to know about that as well. So that was all for this video. Thank you for watching this video. In the next video, we are going to cover the other static aspects of the unit People, Development and Environment. Majorly this particular section, 50% of this unit is to be attempted on the basis of your common sense. Reason being the subject or the topic is so vast that you cannot learn or cram each and everything. You just need to be in the habit of analyzing the questions, previous year questions from time and again. That would give the idea that what exactly the questions are asked or how exactly the static questions are asked, and few common aspects should be learned for each and every heading. That is how you can counter this particular unit. And if we talk about the current affairs, I would be discussing that part in detail, that what areas are to be focused and how you can counter the current affair part. And if you want me to cover any particular topic, you can leave your comments in the comment section. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And for more details on our online course, visit our website www.ugcnetwithmegha.com. Link for the website is given in the description below, and for regular updates, follow us on our social media handles.